Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes weekly webisode. Today I have a fantastic collection from our friends at Hunkydory Craft. This is the Resist and Reveal clear foiled pad. It's 8 by 8. There are 36 sheets in this one, and then we get the coordinating sentiments. I can't wait to show you what to do with this. I can't wait to show you what Resist and Reveal is, but it makes beautiful cards like this one. So gorgeous. Come back and play with it. All right, let's take a flip through this pad. As I said, it's 8 by 8, clear foiled pad. What does that mean? That means that these sheets of white cardstock are sort of like, they're embossed with like a clear or a white embossed image, so that you can rub ink on them and get this really beautiful background. This one has hearts. This one has balloons. Let me see if I can catch the light. There we go. This is going to be tricky until we actually get to the cards where we catch it. There we go. There's the butterflies. And then there's beautiful leaves there. And then look at this one. This beautiful burst of color. Gorgeous. And there's also a lace one on here. Oh, here's some music, like sheets of music. And then here's this lace. Sure, there's a few that I've missed. Okay, and this one has 650 sentiments. Gorgeous. Okay, and these are also a little tricky to read until you get color on them, but they're organized by like masculine, things for guys, things for girls, and birthdays and celebrations and things like that. So it's easier to find them. But yeah, the white on white is a little tricky. And there's multiples of each pages, which I love. All right, so let's get right to it. So this first one uses the lace, you guys. That's this one right here. If I can catch it in the light. There we go. There. Yeah. And Debbie did this one. It's gorgeous. Now, all the ink colors and stuff like that, you guys, are listed down below this video on paperwishes.com. So all you have to do is click on the photo of this card, and it'll show you all the supplies used for it, okay? So there are so many ink pads that we're using today that I'm only dealing with the ink pads where I'm demonstrating. So this one obviously has got 2 different shades of purple. Really gorgeous. As I said, click on the links for the exact colors. So what she did was she went ahead and colored her darker color and then used a post-it note across here so she didn't get into this area. And then once she did that, then she went ahead and colored the lighter area. So beautiful. And then she embellished it in such a great way. What she did for this is down this edge right here, she used our fancy Border Dazzle stickers. Gorgeous. And there's even these white ones right here. She used these. See if we can see those too. And she put that down the edge. And then we've got these grape colored crystals, which are so beautiful. She just glued those right on there as well. As far as glue, you guys, our favorite glue to glue these beautiful papers to the card fronts, Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue. And we also use this to glue our little crystals and our flowers and everything. So I should mention that Debbie started out with a slimline card, which is a 3.5 by 5 inch card. And then she went ahead and covered that card with the papers, and then you can actually ink them on the card. Or if you want to, you could start off like this and ink your papers and then glue them on. However, the thing with that is that you might be wasting a lot of paper. So you're going to cover the card here, and then you have all of this that's a lavender color that you might not want. So we recommend covering your card and then doing your inking, and that way you have extra paper that you can color any color you want. All right, so then she added these beautiful florets, you guys, from 49 and Market. This one is Kismet, and there's 2 different shades of purple here, and then this beautiful cream color as well. And then she added crystals just directly to those flowers, and that is just gorgeous. Now, as far as mailing, before you ask, yes, this is a hand deliverable card, or for a wedding, if you're mailing a gift, you would put this directly in with the gift. Or you would mail this in like a bubble envelope, okay, as a package because of the dimension on it. But you know, if you're attending a wedding and this is a perfect gift for that. This would be a great one to put a nice little bit of cash in or a check. So really, really gorgeous and special card. All right, so let's take another look at, there's another slimline card. So for this one, Debbie used the balloon one. And let me see if I can find it quickly. Yep, this one has the balloons just along the bottom edge, just like a border paper. Grab it. Light. Ooh. There we go. There. All right, so for that one, she then cut these into little triangles, covered her card with black cardstock, and cut the balloons into triangles. And then this one and this one, of course, she colored with the pink and the orange ink. And then this one here, she used a marker to actually outline some of the little balloons. Used the surface of the ink pad to color these little pieces right here for her little sentiments, and matted those on black cardstock and foam taped those rather. Really, really cute. I love that one. All right, so we're going to start getting into some inking. Oh, there we go, had it upside down. So here's one where Debbie did 3 different shades of green to create an ombre effect here. And then this is the leaf paper. There's a rose print paper, which she used this cutting die, 12 circles and scallops, and cut this out, and then used the 2 shades of pink ink to color this. She added these beautiful little she added these beautiful little self-adhesive pearls, and these are called Pearly Pinks Diamond Sparkles, around the outside edge, and she alternated kind of a very light pink with the dark pink on that one. The sentiments right here, she colored those in, I think that's a peachy, and then the honey as well. Added a little ribbon. But let's talk about this background and the ombre effect. We have our 3 shades of green, holly, shamrock, and lime zest. So let's get out our craft mat and do a little inking. So, got your 3 shades of ink right here. We like to use just like a wipe or a moistened paper towel to remove the ink once we get it on there, because you want to reveal that white background. I also like to use this little round applicator with the different sponges. You can get the refills like this. That's really nice. What's nice about these is you can use one for each color and then keep them. You don't have to rinse them off. You can just put them there. Debbie likes to take hers. This is so cool. She just puts hers on a little piece of Velcro, like adheres a little piece of Velcro there and sticks them right there. And that way she can just peel them off. I think that's genius. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the lightest shade, which is Lime Zest. Okay, we're going to do the lightest shade first. We're going to work at the bottom. Go. And I think I'm just going to do like a corner of this, so we're not doing this whole thing. It takes too long. I think my ink pad is failing me. We can really scrub it on here and get the idea. We use our ink pad so much, you guys, that one day we'll just come back in from a weekend and we're like, oh, okay, it gave up the ghost, so we need to refresh them. All right, so there's the Lime Zest. Change that out. And now we're going to do the Shamrock. Oops. Okay, and you notice when I'm taking the Shamrock, I'm kind of going down into that Lime Zest a little bit. So I'm really scrubbing it up here to get that color, and then I'm just lightly going down there, and that's just blending the two. All right, and the last one, we're going to be using the Holly Green. It's a much darker color. Starting up here. Circles to fill in that area. Once again, just kind of going lightly down into the Shamrock color. because you don't want to have sort of lines between each one. All right, so the last step, oops. So there's my 3 different shades. The last step is we're going to take, this is like just like a alcohol-free baby wipe. And we're just going to wipe that over there. It's not taking off a ton of ink, but it's exposing that white underneath so much better. All right, that's all there is to it. Now, if this was on my card front, then I could wait for this to dry. It just takes about a minute. And then I would go ahead and start gluing on my embellishments and things like that. Same process goes for your little sentiments. All right, so that's how that ombre effect is done. Got another card for you guys. This one right here. This one is a sidestep card, and it's got some beautiful acetate butterflies on this one. So let's first of all take a look at the different ways we can make a sidestep card. So this is what I actually use. This is the 5 cards and envelopes. They're already die cut. They're already folded in here, you guys. They are ready to go. They come with envelopes. I love these. They're quick and easy, and they're very portable. They're great for taking on trips if you want to do a little crafting. If you have a die cutting machine, this one is fantastic. It is a sidestep card cutting for your cutting die. This one fits perfectly in a 6-inch wide platform. It is a big piece of metal. Okay? The reason we do a solid piece of metal is they don't torque and they don't bend, and they just are very hardy and they last a really long time. This is a very high quality die. And yeah, this is also a great alternative. You can have unlimited sidestep cards. We also sell envelopes to go with this. All right, so for this one, I used a modeling effect. Okay, so I used 3 different colors of ink. Okay, I used lipstick, teal, and violet right here. The lipstick right here, I just used on its own. Used a little scrap right here. And for this little piece right here, I just had a little scrap of fuchsia Miri cardstock that I wanted to use. So I just glued that right in there. And then we've got our beautiful jeweled butterflies acetates, which are so great. They're already die cut. You just punch them right out. I just used our Cosmic Shimmer glue to glue those little butterflies on. What's nice is that you want to bend them a little bit first. Even put a little crease in there, and that way when you glue them just at the body, just right at that crease, so that they stand up a little bit like that. Then I embellished those with, this one is Caribbean Blue. This is my recent favorite in our crystals. I think they're so beautiful. I just added some right there and right there with those little greetings. As you can see on this one, I colored it purple on this side, and then right down the center, I did the blue on there. So that was really handy. And then at the top and the bottom, or right through the center here, I just added some white jewel border dazzle stickers. This just peel right off. I added one right across the center. And before we go on, I was kind of thinking that it would be really cool to add some of these little pink jewels. And I pulled some, here we go. I thought, you know, that would be a really cute place to add some pink jewels. And I thought I would add a little bit more glitz before I show you this modeling effect, because it's never too late to add a little bit more bling to your cards. Do you agree? I think that's amazing. So we're going to go ahead and take these. We're going to add them right across the bottom edge. We're going to take our little tiny scissors. This is oftentimes how Debbie and I add our bling to our cards. We wait till we're all done, and then we're like, it needs some sparkle. And then we go back and we add a little bit on. Oops, that's got to go under the butterfly wing just a little bit. Clip them right in between there. Yeah, I like how that worked out very nicely. So yeah, we'll just add that into the supply list too. All right, so let's take a look at how this butterfly is done with a little modeling. I found it. So the first thing we're going to do is our lipstick, which is what's here and here. And so that is just basically going along here, and I kind of wanted to do darker, darker, lighter. So I should be using my craft mat. I'm gonna get ink everywhere. All right. Get all organized. So I'm using darker, darker, lighter. And of course, imagine that I've already cut the strip to the size that I need for my card. And then the lighter, I'm not reapplying ink. I'm just leaving what's left on my applicator. All right, just like that. And then I'm gonna take my little wipe, wipe that off, and then when this is cut down, it looks like that. It's a little bit of a mottled effect to it, but it's tone on tone. It's that single color. All right, now this one, notice I did sort of pink, 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 pink. But when you get down here, it's lighter. So how I do that is, this is a larger piece than what I initially used. Darker. And then I'm just not reapplying. So that by the time I get to the bottom, I'm putting less pressure on. There's also just less color. Right, and then do some teal. Kind of did the same thing with the teal. Just started off in a different area. Here, 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 here. And then we're going to do purple, or rather the violet. And this one I did a lot less. I kind of just like very lightly filled in areas that didn't quite connect. So I'm really getting a very light color there. And it just depends on, how much pressure you're putting on your applicator. All right, so that's how that one went. Then we're just going to take, and we're going to go right over that. That exposes those butterflies much better, and you have that mottled effect. Okay? 2 different ways to get that. And then when you're cutting that down, you're going to fit that right on your card. Let's see. I think that's all I have to show you today, you guys. So let's take a look at these cards. Fantastic money saver on these. Definitely check that out. I think that you get a lot of, with just those 2 items, this one and this pad, you can get a ton of cards out of this. And all you just need is your ink pads and a little imagination. So thanks for joining me today, you guys. The money saver's on the right-hand side, and all the items are listed down below the video, down there. And if you click on each card, that will take you to that card's list of ink pads and everything that we use. Wow, I'm really up. Everything that we use to make that card. So definitely check that out. And if you're watching us on YouTube, then just look below the video in the description box for the link to this Paper Wishes webisode page. And thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.